If you found a puppy under your tree this Christmas, that sound may be familiar to you. And now is the time to start thinking about training it, not just thinking about it, but doing it. So here we have our good friends from Murphy, North Carolina, Lisa and Brad Wagner from Cold Nose College. They're back here with Willow and Cody, and we're going to talk about this being National Train Your Dog Month. Right. I love that idea, and it's an appropriate idea coming after Christmas when probably a lot of families have gotten puppies.
Families may have gotten puppies, but they also may have adopted adult dogs. So we want to let everyone know that it's never too early and it's never too late to begin training your dog.
Good, okay.
Early training and socialization is what helps a dog adjust to our weird human world.
All right, and we have some video of this beautiful pup when she was a pup. Oh no, this is something different. Okay, well let's just look at this and tell us about this. What are we seeing here?
This is Benny, who's a dog who was in a rescue organization, has now been adopted, working on his rocket recall practices. Everybody wants their dog to come to them when called, and so this is one of the classes we teach at Cold Nose College to help dogs learn that skill.
Yeah,
it is a learned skill.
But also to sit until you're told to come, right?
Oftentimes, that's not exactly what we're working on in this class. Benny actually happens to have a wonderful weight, but the dogs at the 4-week final class learn to pass by a human on the left, which is a distraction. They learn to pass by one of us holding a bowl of chicken. They learn to pass by us sitting on the floor. They learn to pass by another human with holding a dog. So a lot of focus on the handler, a lot of practice on being reinforced over and over again for the dog returning to the handler.
Wow, that's impressive. I know my dog would not pass by a bowl of soup on the floor in a person's hand.
Well, recall, you know, of all the things that we teach, recall is one of the things that people ask for all the time. How can I get my dog to come to me?
And most times, you know, if your dog's not coming to you, there's a lack of training involved, obviously, because they don't know the word come, but a lot of times it's a relationship issue.
Yeah.
Dogs ought to really like you to come to you.
Well, now my question about some of the signals that you give dogs, because I think a mistake we make in our house is just saying the dog's name without the signals, and we have 2 different dogs, so you know, occasionally we'll just yell their name, and that doesn't, you know, apparently mean anything.
Well,
to
I like
them,
my dog's name to mean look at me and wait for further instructions. It doesn't mean stop chasing the cat. It doesn't mean come to me. It doesn't mean get out of the garbage or whatever. It means look at me and then wait for your next instruction.
Come up with commands.
Well, and then you teach the behavior first, then you add a cue to it.
Okay. All right. And the cues are the words.
Cues are the words, right.
All right.
Yeah.
When you teach the behavior, what do you recommend folks doing at home?
Well, for this particular situation, let's talk about nose targeting. So nose targeting is infinitely useful in a variety of situations. Teaches your dog to like your hand. Nose, yes. So when we start teaching it, I merely put my hand in front of the dog's nose. Yes. The dog is naturally curious, brings their nose to my hand to smell it. When their nose touches my hand, I mark it with a yes, or preferably a clicker, and then reinforce. So you get that behavior again because it's been reinforced. She knows the behavior really well. Nose? Yes, good. So once it's trained well, I can use that hand to move her in a number of different situations.
Oh, okay.
To get
without a treat in it.
Without a treat in it, right? Just my hand, because she's used to following it and being reinforced previously for it.
Right.
So
now, how do you? Okay, another question for a beginner. You give her a treat every time she does something right.
Right.
How do you keep from overfeeding them or giving them too much?
We've got the 2 thumbs.
So we reduce their morning and evening meals. If I'm working with her a lot and I'm training her for some competition venues now, she may not get any food out of a bowl during the day. All her food may come from my hands.
Okay.
So
we don't always reinforce with food. A lot of times you can reinforce with play, and once the behavior's learned well, you can fade the food out.
And they do respond when you praise them.
They will. Some dogs work well for praise, but the primary reinforcer to start training new behaviors is definitely food.
Oh, yeah.
We praise her a lot for the things that she does right and don't always use food.
And what's she telling us right now?
She's saying, I'm really bored. Could you do something, please?
Cody,
I'm a high-energy Australian Shepherd. Yeah. Well, come here. Spin. This way. Spin.
Now, it's not too young. You said earlier, it's what, 7 to 8 weeks is not too
right.
soon?
We start 7 to 8 weeks of age in puppy class. We follow the American Veterinary Society of Animal Behavior recommendations.
She was just a puppy.
Yeah, so Willow's learning here as a puppy. She'd been in our home less than 24 hours. So I'm using food to lure her into positions and marking. You can see she was talkative even then.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so marking with a yes or a clicker the things that she does right. So now I'm working on her having kind of follow me in the house.
You two have such good habits and good training skills, and I think we can all learn from you instead of always trying to do it at home. So let's tell everybody how they can get in touch with you and find out more about your classes. And even if you live here in Chattanooga, the drive to Murphy is a beautiful drive and well worth your time.
Well, and we've had people from 17 states visit Cold Nose College this year for our weekend workshops and academies. But coldnosecollege.com, our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Cold Nose College, and of course, Facebook. Cold Nose College.
Good deal. coldnosecollege.com. I love the name. It's so wonderful.
So whether it's a regular weekly group class or a weekend workshop, we'd love to have people.
All right. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thanks.
And
we always love
you.
Thank you.
And if you love your dog and train them early, they'll be with you and you'll have a good, happy life with that dog.
Absolutely.
All right.
It's all about relationship.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So true in life, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
All right. And we'll have beautiful art from Shop Trine's Gold Leaf Designs coming up next on 3+U.
Yay.